Hey, I hope all is well. To tell you guys about my trip to Peru, I'm just gonna have a voiceover all these photos here. These are some pictures from Lima, just a few different spots I went to. The most prominent thing I've done in Lima is go to what's called the Huacas, and that's what you're seeing here. And they are Incan or pre-Incan kind of city centers and buildings, and there's over 100 of them in Lima. So I just went to a few and do some recreations of different rituals and things like that. And then I went to Cusco, which is what you're seeing here. Cusco is a very cute little town from which you can hop on the Inca Trail. And this is the start of the Inca Trail here, and the Inca Trail is awesome, a lot of fun, very beautiful. I went with 2 Spaniards, 2 Argentines, and 2 Belgians. And then I had a guide who was Peruvian. Here you can see what our route looks like on the top there. And yeah, the first day was absolutely gorgeous. You can see mountains. You can immediately start to see some different Incan structures and things like that. And then, of course, on the second and third day, we got lots of rain, which you can see here. Those are two of the guys that were on my trip, and our guide is there in the back in green. And with the incessant rain came lots of clouds, which is unfortunate. So we had lots of blocked views.
Sí, sí.
You can see quite beautiful. From my tent, here you can see just how much fog there was over everything. We kept hiking. That second day was the toughest. We got up to 13,700 feet was the highest point we hiked to. There was no view. It was all clouds, which is pretty unfortunate. Coming up on a picture of the view here. Yeah, this is the view from the top. That was what we got to see. But there's still lots of other archaeological sites, and a few times it was clear enough for us to be able to actually see down onto the valley. So down in that valley there was where we were camping. You saw it briefly. And then on the third day, still lots of rain and lots of clouds, but I got sick on the third day. I got really, really bad chills, and then some stomach problems, which really sucked. But I got to do, before I got too sick, I got to do a lot of hiking by myself and took silly photos like that. There were a few kind of caves or tunnels, if you will, on the way, on parts of the trail. And during those times I was by myself and just messing around with the camera, as you can see. Going down into the cave. It is actually kind of scary looking. It's just a black hole. And then you get down there. You can see through to the other side. So yeah, there were lots of different archaeological sites, and you could see outposts. You could see small centers that they would build as communication centers, so that runners could go just from center to center that were only a few kilometers away from each other. Let's say 10 kilometers, and then they could have long distance communication over their territory. I mean, the Incan territory at its largest went from Colombia down to Argentina. So, and Peru is the center. So here you can see the classic Machu Picchu picture. And there's proof that I was there in this crappy photo that the guide took of me. And I look pretty sick because I was. And then I went to Huaraz, which is a small town up further north in Peru in the Andes. My first day I went to Chavin, which is a Incan civilization 2,000 years before the Incas, which basically meant I got to go in those tunnels. And then I went here the second day, which is on a hike to a series of lakes, and it was gorgeous. You could see glaciers in the background the whole time, and you could see just like there's water flowing, there are mountains everywhere, beautiful. And then the final destination, like Laguna 69, it's called, or Lake 69, was absolutely beautiful, and I just sat there and played the uke for a while. And then the hike down, I couldn't resist taking one more vid there, as you can see. And then my final day in what else? Well, my third day, I suppose. Fourth day was my last day. I hiked up to a glacier.
This black rock.
So you can see here,
of,
all this black rock is
glacier
glacier recession. So they predict that in 8 years, this glacier isn't going to be around anymore. It's melting pretty fast. But I got up there, played the uke, just hung out. It was really cool. My first time ever seeing a glacier. And again, just really beautiful. Got great weather too for this trip. Much better than Cusco and Huaraz. The weather was excellent. And yeah, that's really been a quick recap of my entire Peru trip. Coming home, guys, like probably by the time it's uploaded, I've got like 24 hours. So see you soon.
So I've been trying to write an eloquent outro. I want to sum up the past 5 months in a beautiful poetic soliloquy full of metaphors and imagery and inspiration. I want to tell you about the people I have met on the streets of Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and Peru. I want to explain the value and the friendships I've made along the way. I want to describe the majesty of Iguazu Falls, Los Lagos, Patagonia, and Machu Picchu. I want to help you understand the beauty of the Spanish language and the many different ways it is spoken, but I find that I'm at a loss for words. I'm unsure of how to capture it all. So instead, I will compel you to go on an adventure of your own. Tear the band-aid of comfort and security off and let your wound breathe. Go somewhere new. Talk to the people there. Don't spend a lot of money and don't bring a lot with you. A few changes of clothes, something to document the experience, an open mind and a kind smile. Go, grow, and learn. And then when that journey ends, and surely you find yourself prepping for another one, first, compel someone else to have an adventure of their own. Thank you for following my journey, guys. Much love. Yeah, it's been real. I'll see you all soon. Peace out.